And away we go on an afternoon which to rewrite Rupert Brooke. This is a foreign field which needs to be for England, and that was a worrying start from the man who we saw just a few moments ago scoring the goal against Sweden, Shehu, who is quick, and a worrying start again for Gary Stevens, as in Greece. Peter Shilton. Webb. Stevens. Rocastle diagonally forward, this is he. Waddle, nice use of the chest again, Lineker. Good tackle by Lekbello, Barnes! Good start from England. Again, the move on the right side, and a lovely touch in the middle of it from Chris Waddle. And John Barnes scores for the second England match running. 16 minutes gone, and England have the lead. Stevens with the build-up. Rocastle. A look at the touch here by Waddle. Lekbello just got in the challenge, but they'd all been sucked in. Barnes was unmarked, and he struck it very cleanly with the right foot. Pearce. Came off the England player in challenge with Yossa. Shehu. He's again. Walker just holds the ground, but Shehu goes past him. And I'm sorry that we weren't able to show you suddenly about 20,000 people up off their seats. But again, the concern, Walker stood his ground initially, which I think was right, but it needed Shilton to cover well and with difficulty on the near post. Some delay in the corner because Yossa is still feeling the knock of a few moments ago. Out by Webb. Smiani struck it well, but wide. I think Shilton thought he was going to be credited with the save. Officially 137 supporters here from England. Doesn't, of course, include the media and all the members of the England squad. Here's Shehu! Great credit to Pearce, because Butcher was comprehensively beaten, and there was just enough as Pearce came here, balanced himself to force Shehu to go wide, and Shilton was equal to it. This is Lekbello. The back players like to show themselves in attack, which is usually organised by Demolari. This is Shehu. Stevens changed his mind. This is Milo. Another good tip over. The hesitancy in the England defence is clear for all to see, and the gap here for Milo. Webb square, 3 in the box. Lineker, Rocastle, it's a good return ball, and Bryan Robson it was who came in on the far post and just couldn't make the finish. Lekbello rather dwelt on it. Slight hesitancy. Lineker did well. The goalkeeper able to stretch and get it. Butcher goes back, take a position on the far side. Lineker's the first to go. Won by Robson. It's 2-0. Bryan Robson, the England captain, once again there when it mattered most. Got up very well, and he too has scored for England in consecutive matches. 24th goal for his country, and it brings a bit of comfort to this contest and to the attempt by England to qualify for the next World Cup in general. Delay on the free kick, taken in the end by Barnes, and Robson got up so well to head down, and Massini was nowhere near it. Hesitancy by Demolari. Useful ball by Bryan Robson, and Lineker gets there first. Now is the barren spell going to end? No. Unlucky Gary Lineker, but an example of the fact that he'll chase any cause. It was a more than useful ball out by Bryan Robson. Beardsley, 3 waiting. Doesn't reach Smith. Rocastle, Webb, plenty of time to look up and find somebody. Robson, Smith just to the right, just couldn't make the pass. Rocastle, that's well spread out if Barnes can hold it, and he can. 3 more waiting. A lot of possession, no finish. Now Webb back across the front. Acrobatics by Smith, but to no avail. A lot of possession then for England, but never really the threat that it was going to be finished, Trevor.
A lot of men forward. John Barnes cross, good deep cross. Neil Webb heading it back, but as you can see, it's behind the 3 men that are just around about the 6-yard box, so it means an overhead kick.
The next match is home to Albania on the 26th of April, and then there's another home match in the group against Poland on June the 3rd. So all in all, Bobby, would you say a happy and satisfactory afternoon?
Well, more comfortable at the end than it was at the beginning, but it was an easy victory as it turns out. Apart from the one chance they had in the second half, everyone started doing the jobs properly, more efficiently. Still a lot of question marks that we've got to ask about a few of the players, obviously, which means the team selection. But on a bumpy pitch and an away match with a lot of pressure on the players, a very comfortable win at the end of the day. I was very, very pleased.
Jimmy, we said after Greece that the way to perhaps attack a team like Albania was in the air. England didn't do much of that today, but they had a bit of luck with it with that second goal. It proved decisive.
Well, we knew that the points were desperately important, and obviously one way to do it was to go for the things that we do well, and here's something that we do well in British football, especially Bryan Robson coming from deep, out-jumped the 3 defenders, and he's not 6'8", is he? And you just watch again, the height that he gets, 2 of them tried to block the cross, and there you can see above the lot. I mean, it was one way of beating Albania comfortably by picking specialist headers, enough of them in the team to win from dead ball movements. I did say that after the Greece match. We didn't do that. We picked 2 strikers who, and I'm not just saying it afterwards, one is desperately out of form, and the kindest thing that Bobby Robson can do, and psychologically the best thing, is to get him out and take him off the defensive, drop him for a match, and then bring him again, and he'll be attacking. As it is, he's defending, trying to do his best. I mean, that open chance that he missed there when all he had to do was to pick it out with his left foot from an angle, I mean, was exemplified that. And Waddle is not a striker as well. So Smith plus one other. We've got 2 points, but he's got knowledge from today's game to move on with. That's the most important thing out of today's game.